Spider-Man mask on. And he did the Michael Jackson tribute earlier this year as an Argo. Today he wears the mask of Barack Obama after a touchdown. Well, with more on Kevin Glenn and when he got banged up in the hand, let's go to Claude Fake.
Yeah, guys, obviously Kevin is back in the game. The word down here from the Ticats was that he jammed the ring finger in his non-throwing hand, but as clearly as you can see, he is back out there. He shook it off, and he's good to go.
Thank you, Claude. Second down, 5 yards to go. With the Tiger Cats leading by 15. Over the middle. And there's another first down.
The Tiger Cats have just been very precise offensively here, particularly against the wind. They line up in a cluster formation. Bruce is the outside man of the 3 receivers. Little stem to the outside and then comes underneath. That cluster formation creates just enough confusion as the defenders have to keep a little bit of depth to sort things out. Bruce takes advantage of that depth. To come underneath, a quick hitter from Kevin Glenn.
Much different day than it was a couple of months ago in Regina. On first down. 2 or 3 yards. 6.5 to go, and then Hamilton will have the benefit of that wind in the fourth quarter. And again, we talked about it earlier. This is one of those days you want to win a coin flip.
Well, you sure do. It's interesting that the Tiger Cats are, they didn't defer. Usually you think in terms of weather conditions like this and deferring to the second half to see what you're going to do. They took the ball right off the bat and didn't worry about when they had the win.
By DeAndre Cobb.
Intended for Cobb, it's incomplete. Third down.
DeAndre Cobb, for all he's done today, here's one of the few blemishes.
Cobb starts out in motion, then loops underneath. Typically you have linebackers anticipating that that back's going to go to the flat. You hope you can get somebody over pursuing on the play, and they got him. He just didn't get the ball.
Nick Seta is at his 35-yard line. Jason Armstead near his 30. Line drive to Armstead. Trying to find the crease. Only to the 38-yard line. 5.5 to go. Third quarter. The Riders try to play comeback in Hamilton.
In Hamilton for a game on Halloween. You can't really tell whether they're dressed up for Halloween or if they're just getting ready to go out for dinner. This is what I love about the fans here.
Yeah, you played here.
I did.
You live close here.
Not far, not far. I love them. They're all nuts here.
Great place to watch a game. And off West Cates. Only a couple yards. Cats have done a very good job containing West Cates so far. 5 minutes to go with the wind for the men in green. And you're right, you know, like they come like this all the time.
Exactly. This is not a Halloween costume,
yeah,
ladies and gentlemen.
That one I think is.
Tough to say.
Yeah. There's the screen. Good thing we don't have to hand out Halloween prizes. The Box J boys, they're always dressed. Oh, yeah. Durant. Feeling the heat again. He is trapped. And once again, it's kick time for Saskatchewan. Their offense has just been unable to get on track here today.
With the Tiger Cats bringing pressure like this with just 5 guys on the rush. Garrett McIntyre flushes Durant from the pocket. And how about Justin Hickman in pursuit? This is a guy, 3 sacks last week. You know, that brought him to 6 on the season. His sack totals don't necessarily show it, but Justin Hickman's a guy who has had a tremendous rookie season here for the Tiger Cats. He and Kahari Long, Garrett McIntyre, 3 first-year players on that defensive line, have made a real impact.
Robinson returns it to the 32-yard line. Justin Hickman makes an impact again in Hamilton. Shadows creeping over now. Good thing the sun's out today. Makes it a lot easier on the fans and the players, despite the windy conditions. Glenn Wills, quick hitter. And once again, it's Stala for the first down.
Some great defensive end duos in the Canadian Football League have emerged this season, but perhaps none more prominent than these two guys, Stevie Baggs and John Chick, combining for 21 sacks on the season, 79 tackles, 4 fumble recoveries between the two of them. Tough pair to play against.
Just over 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Glenn with time again, knocked down. And a dangerous pass again. Mike McCullough, middle linebacker for the Rough Riders, knocks it down.
Well, Stevie Baggs is the guy who causes the pressure here. He's lined up tight in the inside as he rushes upfield. He starts off on the tackle, Alex Gauthier, spin move to the inside. Fortunately, the left guard, Pete Diakowski, is there to bail out his tackle. But Baggs gets just enough pressure to affect Kevin Glenn.
Riders looking for a hold here. Glenn is hit, throws one, and sandwiched downfield is Marquay McDaniel, and Kevin Glenn is down, and he is hurt.
Kevin Glenn took a big hit on that play from John Chick. Chick, the right defensive end in this alignment. A club move, uses his right arm to slap the shoulder of the tackle, Gauthier.
What a body slam here on Kevin Glenn. Again, Glenn hasn't been sacked today, but he's going to need a couple of ice bags after this game.
Credit Kevin Glenn because he saw that hit coming and made a decision he thought he had an opportunity to make that throw and put himself at risk, knowing he was going to take that hit for an opportunity to make a play.
Should be good field position again for the Rough Riders as Seta will kick into the gust. His 40, and it dropped 2 yards back of where he caught the football. 2:23 to go, so that amount of time for the Rough Riders to try to find the end zone. And a reminder, we'll be in Montreal tomorrow. A big game for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. The Alouettes already know that they'll be hosting the East Final, but the Blue Bombers coming off a win over the Montreal Alouettes, a dominant win. And watching this game very closely today because they have the Hamilton Tiger Cats to end the season next week for second place. Jones again. Saskatchewan will end the season off with Calgary. That will determine that season series as well. So Riders can look ahead, so to the Tiger Cats, but right now they're looking at a day where they haven't done much offensively.
Just want to keep an eye on the right tackle here. Joel Bell just buries his man Garrett McIntyre with that block. Bell is a guy who's really solidified that right tackle position.
Bobble snap, Durant is dropped. Durant gets sacked. He was lucky to hang on to the football, though, as he had to play hot potato in the backfield.
Just that hesitation as Durant bobbles the ball. With every bobble, Jamal Johnson is closing. And he's bringing friends. Otis Floyd credited with the sack, his second of the game.
as a returner for the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Good kick that time by Luis Dakota. A lot of turnovers by the Saskatchewan Roughriders early cost them.
Well, 3 in the first quarter, 2 fumbles by Darian Durant. Threw an interception later in that quarter. The first of Dylan Barker's CFL career. And that slow start really set the tone for the day for the Saskatchewan Roughriders. They've struggled with the wind, they've struggled against the wind.
And a team that's been very sharp lately, taken to overtime the last 2 weeks in a row. And now Stephen Giles, the backup. Good chance we're going to see him in the fourth quarter. Land into the shower now. This is a Saskatchewan Roughrider team that leads the CFL in touchdowns and rushing touchdowns and has not found the house today.
The Riders have made a lot of mistakes. We just looked at the turnovers, the issues that they have had themselves, but Hamilton defensively has done a terrific job. There's been a lot of pressure on Darian Durant when he's been in the pocket. Never really an opportunity for the Riders to get their run game going here. So much of the credit for that goes to defensive coordinator Greg Marshall.
Should be the last play, maybe one more to come. DeAndre Cobb, that's the final play of the third quarter. Hamilton Tiger Cats have the win, 15 minutes away from another win.
To get a bit of a spark and get something going, and and also protect the guy who's in there struggling.
Again, they got a big game as well next week. Not to put this one to bed by any stretch. But then game next week, of course, could determine a lot. And also for these Hamilton Tiger Cats and their fans, this is the final home game of the regular season. And what happens next week in Winnipeg will depend if there is another home game in the playoffs here.
Yeah, the CFL schedule makers are looking like geniuses right now. That is the last game of the entire 2009 regular season. And we've had all indications for a couple weeks and confirmation now that it'll be a meaningful one.
Arlan Bruce is brought down by Omar Morgan. Kevin Glenn, again, taking a number of hits here.
Your attendance this afternoon at Ottawa Stadium.
Kevin Glenn takes this shot from linebacker Mike McCullough. Comes on a late blitz on this play. He's unblocked. Kevin Glenn's not a big guy to be